Judge this week ordered the Justice Department to make redactions to the affidavit that led to the raid at former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. The ruling leaves open the possibility of releasing at least some of the affidavit. Federal agents seized classified documents from the Florida estate earlier this month. And for more on this, we are joined by Mark Reichel, a criminal and civil attorney. Mark, great to see you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Mark, do you think that the judge will ultimately release some of the affidavit?
I think that the judge will, but I think it's going to be really heavily redacted, and for obvious reasons. Right now, there's a criminal investigation underway, and the Department of Justice has the absolute right under case law and the Constitution as well, actually, to keep that separate and to keep that secret. But what you're seeing here is really an aggressive front put by the media, actually, in America. They're doing a great job to try to get truth to us. So it's interesting. It's not necessarily, Mr. Trump's group. It's the media that's saying, look, if it's not something that's going to compromise your investigation, but give us some information, it's America. Truth makes us stronger. We're the media. It's our job. And so that's one of the rare occasions where you're going to see a judge say, you can give them some of this as long as it doesn't harm the investigation. So I think that's what you're looking at right now. It could be very heavily redacted.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. Do you believe it'll be so heavily redacted that it'll basically be meaningless or worthless in our hands?
Those that are practiced in federal criminal defense and can see how the DOJ prosecutes cases will probably be able to glean things from them. I can't wait to see it, to be honest with you, because they did it. They prepared this affidavit never thinking this was going to be released publicly before charges were filed. So when they're making it, they're going to tip their hand on what they're looking at, where they're going, and how they got there. So there'll be little tips in there that we can find out great information from.
What are the Justice Department's legal obligations to release this information, if any?
They have zero legal obligation to release it whatsoever. They're being forced, kicking and screaming, to release any of it. The law is really clear. A homeowner is entitled to a copy of the face sheet of the warrant, which tells you why they're there. They're searching for evidence of this crime, what they can look for, fingerprints, shoes, whatever, anything, DNA, let's say, documents, okay, and when, which is, we only have 3 days to search or so forth. And then they have to leave a receipt for everything they took. But that's all the Supreme Court says they have to give you. And believe me, I would know. I argued that issue in the Supreme Court in 2006. So it's really limited what they have to give you. They don't have to give you the affidavit. So this is a rare case where I really think it's the really aggressive front from the media to say, give us what little you can. And that little might be enough for us to really get a lot more insight as to what's going on.
Well, and do want to get your insight on this as well, because also this week, a federal appeals court ruled that the Justice Department under William Barr withheld portions of a memo related to the Mueller investigation into Russian meddling in the 2016 election. Does this force the current DOJ to release the missing parts?
It's very interesting. And again, I'm going to say the same thing. The media in America is not the enemy. They're the hero of the people. They're the ones, again, that want to say, hey, we know the Mueller report is over and so forth, but there was a memo that said why we can't release many things and so forth. And the media is saying, we want that, we want that. And the Department of Justice, now under Merrick Garland, okay, different than William Barr, has to take the same position and say, don't release that old memo. Don't release it because it shows the inner workings of an investigation. They have to take that position because they're taking that position in South Florida. They're saying you can't release this affidavit because it shows inner workings of a pending investigation. And the other one up in Washington, D.C., the Mueller report, the stuff that was held back, that was prior the inner workings of an investigation. So to be consistent, the Department of Justice, because of Florida, has to be consistent in Washington, D.C. and say, don't release that either. But the judge up there has seen it and has publicly said, look, what you did in here has nothing to do, what you want to hold back has nothing to do with investigation. It's actually comments about not letting the media find out what you're doing. So this is a case, if you ask me, what you're watching right now in America is the power of the media actually coming in to rival the Department of Justice.
Wow. All right, Mark Reichel, thank you so much for your insight. Thank you for your time tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.